Welcome back, everyone, to the scariest game you ever did see with Dementium, the Ward. Well, we've been at this for a while now, but it's finally time to finish this for good, or at least we should, this week. Because we are on Chapter 15. The First Encounter, if you remember what it was called. Our heart is beating so fast, in anticipation of what we might find at the end of Dementium the Ward. The map, actually the last map in the entire game. We will never again find a map to show us our way. Pills next to the soda pop machine. It makes sense, that's where you would keep them. If you want a nice fresh soda pop to wash those pills down. Bugs in the way. Maybe we can try to get around. I mean, I could just run through them and take a hit, but let's try to conserve our health. Just in case we run into anything we might have any difficulty handling. Well, that doesn't really count, I think. Well, okay. Crawling body, we know how we handle them by running right past. So as we've been playing through Dementium, we've gotten hints at some kind of overarching plot, though we can't say for sure of what's really going on. Haven't used a sniper rifle too much. Might as well give it a try. I mean, we've gotten strange visions of a dead woman, a girl running away, a bathroom with the word murderer written across it, a news report of a woman who was killed and supposedly her own daughter witnessed the murder. Seems like it's like a bunch of jigsaw puzzles that we are trying to assemble, but we just don't know what the picture is yet. We just have not been able to find the corner pieces to put together the jigsaw puzzle of Dementium the Ward. Hopefully tonight will answer all questions, though. Uh-oh, I think that's a green leech down there. We don't want to mess around with them. We remember how much they do damage. Uh-oh. Sounds like a bunch. Yeah, one of them got us. We remember they do 2 whole hit points of damage if they touch us. And considering how fast the leeches are, that is a problem. They may have been normal brown leeches, but we cannot tolerate this anymore. Just the constant meowing and demands for attention can just drive a man to kill. But we wouldn't know about that, now would we? Glorious pills, they're our only friend. The pills understand us. They know what we want, they understand the problems we've been having. Even if we can't turn to anyone else, we can turn to the pills. They know. Turning the lights off, as it turns out. Uh-oh. Banshees. Flying heads. They do a lot of damage themselves. Whoop. Actually, that one did not do too much damage. Not as much as I thought it was going to. But fortunately, more pills lying around. And we need every last one to finally confront whatever it is that's been terrorizing us, that's been haunting us throughout our adventures in Dementium the Ward. As we finally make our way ever so slowly to the final chapter as we try to figure out just what's happening. What's going on? Why is it that all of these monsters are attacking us? What are we even doing here? In this mental institution? We woke up here in the beginning not knowing who we are, or why we're here. We found that notebook telling us, well, asking us why did we do it, and we don't know what that means. What is it asking us? Why did we do what? The questions upon questions, the layers have been building like an onion. But perhaps tonight it's time to find...
Mr. Redmore, we meet at last. It will all be over soon.
Well, I was about to say, maybe tonight we're about to unpeel the onion, and it appears that the unpeeling has started. A mysterious man who referred to us as Mr. Redmore. We haven't seen him before, but at least it seems like he's left something behind. A note. You must trust your daddy. He did not harm me. I was already gone when he found me. How did she write this note then? Even more mysteries. Let's take the note, and I believe, yes, as we have taken the note, we have finally gotten all items. Our inventory is complete. Small key, notepad, key card, all these keys we found. That gramophone record, the maintenance glove. Praise be to the maintenance glove. The photos, the fragments, I should say, of the photo. The doorknob, and finally, the letter. Could the letter be talking about me? That's crazy talk. Why would the letter be talking about us? But who was that man who called us Mr. Redmore? Where's the sound of that crying child coming from? Maybe, just maybe, all of our answers will come in the basement as we enter the final chapter of Dementium the Ward. That's right, it's time for the final encounter, and it's also time for the only level which actually has enough light that the flashlight doesn't actually make a difference. So, alright, the basement. We finally made it. I mean, I didn't know that that's where we were trying to go, but that's where we are. Following, I suppose, that man who told us that our name was Mr. Redmore. And we could see why the previous level was called the first encounter. They mean the first encounter with that individual who seemed to be dressed as some kind of doctor. It's in one of those doors. Let's try to rush by. Maybe that person knows all the answers. He knew our name. So I suppose that doctor is the one who will finally let us know what is happening here. What is this all about? Why are we here? What are these monsters about? Leeches, like I said, we're not putting up with you anymore. We've given you so many chances, Leeches. Now's not the time for chances. Now is the time for answers. These leeches are getting in our way of finding this doctor who we will assume knows all the answers. It'll be quite embarrassing for us if it turns out that we're completely wrong and he does not. Even though the door was labeled exit, it lies. Oh. There is no exit here. Only banshees here. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking of. The banshees in this level do a huge amount of damage. We took one hit, and it took 4 hit points. Can only hope we find some health soon. This hospital, as it turns out, has a massive basement. Doesn't seem to actually store anything. Just a lot of hallways. Well, I think the time for running away has ended. No more running away, even from crawling bodies. How will we ever get all the answers we need if we just run away from everything? We've been running away our whole lives. But now the time for running has stopped. Now is the time for sniper rifles. Never really got a close look at one of these things. Once again, the basement is really massive. We continue to traverse it, attempting to find the answers. I can hear them. Yeah, they're there. But as big as this basement is it big enough to contain the answers to our lives? Green leeches. Let's make sure they don't give us any trouble. By the way, just want to mention, that thing you just saw, I think that was the hardest part of the game. It's 3 banshees that come at you all at once. and one hit takes off 4 hit points. That, as far as I can tell, that is the single hardest thing in this whole game. We only have 2 hit points left. There are some bugs in the way. They can do damage to us, so let's try to stick to the side of the hallway. And finally, we reach our only friend. We reach pills. And the pills make all the pain go away. And for some reason, there's a whole lot of ammo lying around here. I guess that's a fun coincidence. Probably doesn't have to do with anything. Alright. One more door. There's only one thing that we can do. Pull out our magnum. And hope for the best. Answers are behind this door. The answers to all questions, to all things. What will we discover? It's time to find out. Okay, it's final boss time. And this guy can mess us up pretty easily. He's going to come at us, and he's going to just sort of... he's going to hit us and try to avoid our shots. He can also do this. He can lift us up into the air and hit us with a telekinetic attack.
I am stronger than you.
Well, maybe he is. We can interfere... I'm too far away. No, I got him. Good.
I own you.
We can do some good damage to him when he goes for that attack, if we can hit his hands. Because of that, I kind of want to stay fairly close to him, but if I stay fairly close to him, he can hit us, so it's a problem. But we've solved the problem. We have solved it.
Let the record show that as of 3:33 a.m., the patient has survived phase 1 of the operation. Prepare for phase 2.
And that's the end. That's the end of Dementium the Ward. See, all questions were answered. It was all worth it. It was all worthwhile to discover the answers to the mysteries. But no, there's nothing else after the credits, by the way. If that's what you're paying attention to, that's the end. That was it. That's all. Begin Phase 2, which I guess they were planning for the sequel when they were making this game? So, I kind of thought there might be a little bit more explanation. Something? Instead of nothing? Which is what happened? Because it was nothing. Yeah, see, there we go, back to title screen. That was it. That's Dementium the Ward, so I hope you enjoyed this experience that you've shared with me, this journey that we have shared as we have gone through Dementium the Ward, struggling to find the answers to these questions, and as it turned out, there were no answers. Nothing was explained, except it turned out that in the end we were on an operating table with our head sawed open, our brain exposed, and someone messing with it, saying prepare for phase 2, so I guess that means we'll have to go through the sequel at some point. Won't that be fun? Well, that's it for Dementium the Ward. At least we can say that we endured it, that we powered our way through it, and that we saw everything there was. We got to the end. Even if the game does not the game doesn't seem to really anticipate that you're going to make it to the end, right? You kind of assume that they must have figured you'd stop before you got to the end, because otherwise, why would they have done that? That's an ending that you think that no one is going to see. Or maybe it's an ending when you run out of money, and you have to come up with something. That's my guess, at least. So, was there even a wife and daughter? Who knows? Who knows if they even existed? Who knows what was real and what was fake? Yeah. No, just like there wasn't really an ending, no words can really describe how I'm feeling about finishing Dementium the Ward. And I'm sure you feel those same feelings too. But that's it for Dementium. And as we discovered, the true horror was the game itself. We'll be back in a few minutes for more Virtue's Last Reward, as we savor the ending, as we take it all in. Be back in a few minutes.